All right, next is our brush tool. So brush tool is here on the toolbar or the shortcut B on your keyboard. So up here at the top, when I have my brush tool selected, you'll see here are my settings. Okay, so you'll notice that I'm just going to select the basic brush. Oh, here we go. And you can kind of set how you want it to be, like what do you want it to look like, the stroke width. So when I click and paint with my brush, um, it's not like Photoshop where it's a little bit different. So let me go ahead and delete what I just did because I just kind of showed you what it is. I want to click on this image here and I want to open up my layers panel. So that's there. And I want to select that image and lock it because I don't want this little leaf image to kind of keep moving around. So now I'm going to grab my brush tool and I'm going to actually trace this leaf. So the cool thing about the brush tool is it allows you to have like full control over it. This logo design here was created by a student from last year who created this logo design using the brush tool. And just because it's not, the pen tool doesn't make it easy. He probably did this, if you ask Noah Niffen, it probably 50 times of trying to get this just right. So this is created using the brush tool. Then the type tool and line tool is down here. So I'm going to set my stroke to be kind of like a green color because I am tracing this little oak leaf. And I want it to be kind of like an organic kind of line. So, all right, if I double click on the brush, it gives me these options. You want to make sure it's reset. Okay, so it's not doing any crazy thing. So I hit OK, and when I click, and I want to kind of paint. I feel like this stroke is too thick, so I'm going to go ahead and start this over. I don't want it to be a 5-point round. I want to do the oval, so let's do 5-point flat. Grab our brush tool again. Let's try this again. All right, this is much better. So I'm just kind of lightly painting over this little maple or oak leaf, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Because the nice things about organic shapes is they don't have rules. I mean, no one's going to know that I'm not completely accurate. Okay, you want to keep this one single line. Okay, so I haven't let go of my mouse yet. Your hand might get a little tired. Okay, go back to the front. Okay, so with the brush tool, notice how it really simplified my lines. Okay, so those areas where I really was kind of jittery, it smoothed it out for me. When you double click on the paintbrush, if you don't want it to do that, we can bring this down. So that way, when I bring down editing selected paths, like we can even uncheck that and hit OK. When I like jitter around a lot, notice how it doesn't change it a whole lot. When this is really high, and I jitter, it doesn't really show it as much. That really, it just is the amount that it smooths it out. So, so I still want to go in and add some more details. Okay, so just you're making like a simplified leaf using the brush tool. Okay, this is all about just kind of playing with the brush tool, seeing what it does. When I double click here, you can fill new brush strokes if you want. Let me go ahead and select this first path that I made, and let's give it a fill. Let me do like a, oh, that's really bright. That'll do. Okay, so you can see here I just made like a little simplified leaf. I'm going to delete these, but kind of play with the brush tool, get a feel with what it does. So play with these settings. You can like bump up the smoothness, which really smooths out. Like if you really like with Noah here, he was trying to get like I remember him trying to draw that circle over and over and over again, and it's a lot harder than it looks. So go ahead, draw the leaf, get a bit of fill, draw some of these little veins in the leaf, and go ahead and save it.